Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some Star Wars Battlefront 2 news. I know a lot of you are patiently waiting to hear about Anakin and the Chosen One update, and there hasn't really been too much news the last couple of days, but I figured I really wanted to get a news update out there as there have been a couple of comments from Jay and Ben regarding, well, different things, the community transmissions, some nerfs and buffs to different things, tweaks to stuns and so on. So I thought we'd go through that, and it could potentially be that we get a community transmission later tonight. In that case, I'll obviously make a video for that as well, but as of right now that's not for certain at all because it seems to be stuck in the approval again, but I'll get back to that later in the video. I also wanted to mention here quickly in the beginning, I'll probably mention that on Twitter and so on later, that I will unfortunately not be at home when the Chosen One arrives. It's unfortunate, and I don't take that lightly, as I really don't want to be away during any patch. As you know, I've always focused on being at home, streaming, making content, and so on. But I will be in San Francisco for an event that I can't currently talk about. It's not directly related to like Fallen Order or Battlefront 2, but it's still related to, well, my channel, I would say, and things that I'll probably be able to talk about it a bit closer, like next week. I'm not sure exactly, I just don't want to say too much, but when I tell you, you'll probably understand why I'm going there and hopefully agree with me. But I will have some backup stuff in place so that I can still at least get some videos out of the Chosen One once he arrives, with some like arcade footage and maybe some multiplayer footage, we'll see. But the streaming part will be impossible until I get home, so that's unfortunate, but I'll give you more of an update closer to when I'm actually traveling, so that you know what I'm doing there, basically. But let's get into the actual news. Starting off with Kylo Ren, Ben has confirmed that he is getting some tweaks in the next update, including a small buff. And he also said, I don't want to oversell a buff, but he's receiving a good damage increase across the board. And then also he specified saying include some updates to Frenzy. I think Kylo is pretty decent at the moment, to be honest. I don't really have a problem with this current Frenzy, but it seems like people who use him a lot seem to not like him too much after the last patch, and I don't mind a buff to him at all, because he's definitely not the most powerful character. The one thing I still hate with him is the fact that his freeze is broken, so that you can freeze, and if someone shoots on you, it doesn't break the freeze, meaning that you're literally stunned for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds, and you can kill anyone from full health. It should break like when you hit with a lightsaber on them, but I still haven't heard anything about getting a fix for that, ever, basically. But moving on, in response to if we are getting an Anakin trailer, Ben responded saying we're working on a community update video, which I think makes sense. I mean, if we would be getting the large-scale game mode this month, then yeah, a big trailer would make sense, but now we're not getting that, so they might be saving the trailer for next month and the large-scale game mode. At least I would be disappointed if we don't get to see those capital ships and the things like that in a trailer, but to have a trailer for just one hero is not something we've had so far, so it makes sense to just have it in a community update video. They also confirmed that stuns are being rebalanced in this update. Hard to say what exactly that means, but there are some stuns such as Landos that are a bit too good, not because they necessarily last for too long, but because you are completely stationary while you are stunned, which means you can just shoot someone down from full health in the head, which I don't really think is good. If it was more ragdolly, like with Dooku's stun, that would work a lot better. Moving on, Jay also gave us some details on some Hero Blast testing in Heroes vs Villains, by saying that they have been testing Heroes vs Villains with blast mechanics, and it surfaced a number of balancing issues, but they just need to address those first if they decide to go for it. And apparently the light side is incredibly powerful when they were playing with the blast mechanics, and the issue there was apparently Anakin being too powerful, which is quite interesting that one hero can throw off the balance that much, considering that the dark side has most of the time been better in Heroes vs Villains. I'm very excited to hear that Anakin is that good, because it would be nice to get a hero that just stomps at launch. I mean, hopefully it's not ridiculously OP to the point where you will kind of give up when you see him, but if it's satisfying to use him and you can slaughter both in Heroes vs Villains and Galactic Assault, I will be very happy. And I am a bit sad that I will not be at home and able to play just as he's released next week, but hopefully I might be able to get a bit of gameplay from my laptop to try him out. Lastly, regarding community transmissions, the last update we have gotten is basically that it could be happening today or it could be happening later, because they're as always waiting for Lucasfilm's approval, which is an absolute pain. Nothing we can do, nothing they can do, but wait. And I just don't know why Lucasfilm has so much trouble prioritizing stuff that is important to look at right now. Do they not care about the Star Wars gaming brand? I don't know. Oh well, at this point we're used to it, unfortunately, so as soon as the community transmission drops, I'll make a video as always. And if you're wondering which community transmissions we are waiting for, we have 3 left before the update that comes out in 1 week. First one being the Clone Trooper appearance rework, second one being the one on Anakin, and the third one being the overall update community transmission that goes through the Chosen One update as a whole. But yeah, that brings this video to an end. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.